Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. With me again and again, Alisia Putri Septiyani, and happy to see you all in this video. So everyone, before we come to our new topic today, as always new week, new topic, new week, new topic. So before we come to our new topic today, I wanna ask you, how are you everyone? I hope you are in good condition so that you can enjoy to watch my video. Okay everyone, so our new topic today is about the nature of teaching and learning. So when you heard about the nature of teaching and learning, do you have any idea or maybe do you have any opinions about the topic? Okay, so before we come to our topic, before I explain or discuss about this topic, I want you to like and subscribe in my YouTube channel. Okay, don't forget to subscribe in my YouTube channel. Thank you. Okay, we're back to our topic, the nature of teaching and learning. But first thing first, we have to know what is teaching itself, what is learning itself. So here, I want to explain. For the first is learning. What is learning? Learning can be defined as acquiring knowledge, attitudes, and skills. But teaching is defined as helping another person to learn. These definitions indicate that the teaching learning process is an active one, requiring the involvement of both teacher and learner in the effort to reach the desired outcome. A change in behavior. The teacher doesn't simply give knowledge to the learner, but instead serves as a facilitator of learning itself. So the conclusion, learning is getting knowledge. Teaching is sharing knowledge. And everyone, here I got the article about the nature of teaching and learning itself. And here in this article, according to Bastable 1997 and Green and Crater 1999, in general, there is no definitive theory about how learning occurs and how it is affected by teaching. However, learning can be affected by factors such as readiness to learn, the learning environment, and teaching techniques employed. So, in its broader sense, teaching is a process that facilitates learning. Teaching is the specialized application of knowledge, skills, and attributes designed to provide unique service to meet the educational needs of the individual and of society. And guys, for make it easier, I already have prepared one of example video of the nature teaching and learning itself. Happy watching all!
Take a look at this beautiful garden. It's full of a wide variety of plants. Some are flourishing, but others are not doing so well. Even if they receive the same amount of sun and water, all plants respond differently depending on their type and where they have been planted. Just like plants in a garden, students in a classroom are different and unique. In classrooms around the world, a teacher typically delivers the same content to all students at the same time. Few adjustments are made for individual differences between students. This is often thought to be the most efficient way to teach a large group of students and is how students have been taught for centuries. Yet, not all students respond equally well to the same instruction. Some students are able to solve a problem on their own, whereas others may need more guidance. Research has shown that learning is a highly individual process that's affected by a range of factors, including prior knowledge, ability, and motivation. It's also dynamic. How a student learns can vary from one day to the next, depending on the person's physical and emotional state. And it also changes over the course of someone's lifetime. So what can teachers do to accommodate the needs of each individual student? One promising approach is adaptive teaching. In adaptive teaching, the teacher's role is to monitor each child's learning and to adjust instruction as necessary. The more competent a student becomes, the less guidance the teacher needs to provide. Over time, students become more responsible for their own learning process. And just as different plants in a garden can help each other grow, students in a heterogeneous classroom can collaborate and learn from one another. Adaptive teaching requires teachers to know their students and assess their needs, abilities, and skills. Usually, teachers evaluate what students have learned using tests and exams at given intervals. In adaptive teaching, what students know and understand is monitored more continuously throughout the learning process. For example, teachers place greater emphasis on the regular evaluation of students' work. They encourage students to assess themselves and their peers, or they have informal conversations with their students about what they've learned, where they're struggling, and how they're feeling in order to obtain a more detailed assessment of students' individual needs. Teachers then adapt the level of guidance provided for each student. For example, they can adjust the difficulty of tasks and the amount of time given to work on them. A variety of methods have proved effective in this context. Project-based learning, classroom discussion, cooperative learning and demonstrations, as well as using diverse learning materials, are all examples of methods used in adaptive teaching. This sounds great for students, but what about the teacher? Doesn't this approach place an enormous burden on them? Teachers have limited time in the classroom. What's more, few teachers have been trained to teach in an adaptive way. This often makes it difficult to attend to individual students' needs. But investing in adaptive teaching now is an investment in the future, as this kind of teaching encourages students' independence and motivation. When students are more motivated to learn, teaching becomes more rewarding for teachers and school becomes more fun and effective for everyone. Making adaptive teaching a reality is about rethinking the nature of teaching and learning in schools. This will require both training and support at all levels, including from school administrators. The first step is to introduce the concept of adaptive teaching during teacher training and in professional development. At school, teachers also need to have the time and flexibility to teach more adaptively. Team teaching and setting aside time for teacher collaboration are useful ways of facilitating adaptive teaching. Technological innovations may be useful as well, but only if they are integrated into the overall teaching approach. For example, there are apps that help teachers assess student needs and assign individual tasks and allow students to monitor their own learning. Whether adaptive teaching is truly effective, however, will depend on how it's implemented in the classroom. If you're a teacher, perhaps you have already taught adaptively. If so, we encourage you to share your experiences with your colleagues and peers. You can play a crucial role in rethinking school education, and sharing what you have learned is a great way to start.
Okay everyone, so that's all the example describing video about the nature of teaching and learning itself. What do you get from the video, guys? Do you have any opinions, or maybe do you get a point of view from the video? So in that video it describes about the flower in the garden, like there is the gardener watering the flowers in the same time, in the same place, but why the flowers grow different? Like one flower grows really high, good, but one is not. Why it can be happen? It can also happen in the classroom with the student, like we as a teacher, actually we have to know that actually every child learns differently. This individual process is affected by a range of factors, including prior knowledge, ability and motivation. It is also dynamic and change over the course of someone's lifetime. So, what can teachers do to accommodate the needs of each individual student? We as a teacher, we have to know how to accommodate the needs of each individual student. So, as a teacher, we need to know to our students which of them belongs to easily solve the problems and which of them belongs to more guidance, because all students are not the same. Remember, all the students are not the same when it comes to academic growth. It can also describe with the flowers, like they grow differently. So here also with the students are not the same when it comes to academic growth. Remember it. As a teacher, you have to know about the abilities of the student itself, and also like you have to know which the student that actually really understand with the lesson that you teach, and which student that not understand with the lesson that you teach. Maybe for the student that have not understand about the lesson that you teach, you can get closer with the student, ask what they need, or maybe they need more and more explanation about the lesson that you teach itself. It can make them easier to understand about the lesson. Or maybe if the student are child, or maybe still elementary student, like you can talk with their parents, with their mom and dad about the improve of students in the classroom. Like maybe because the student meet you is only once in a week or maybe twice in a week, so they more have time in the house, in the home with their parents, with their family. Maybe you can ask for the parents to reminder their children to always study and to always brush the lesson in house in every day. Yeah, maybe that can help the student in understanding the lesson. And next, point number 2 is level of guidance. Yeah, as a teacher, we have to give the lesson with the approximately level of the student in studying itself, like the level easier, like the level difficulties of the understanding the lesson itself. And number 3 is a just instruction with the student. And point number 4 is knowledge and respect every student, for make the student comfort with the teacher and learning in the classroom itself. And point number 5 is practice cultural sensitivity. As but not the least, point number 6 is about give students freedom and flexibility. Actually, give the student freedom is the important one, yeah, as a teacher. Like maybe there is one of student in your classroom that are really active, really understand with the lesson that you teach, and maybe they want to give their opinion, they want to give their question with the teacher. So we as a teacher, we have to open-minded with the students also. So as a teacher, we not only teaching the student but also educating the student. What the difference between teaching and educating? While teaching is processing people to be smart, and clever only, but educating is the process of being good, polite, honest, and responsible. So as a teacher, we not only give the lesson to the student to be smart only, but as a teacher, we also need to make the student with a good behavior, with a good attitude also. Okay, so that's actually the key of the nature of the teaching and learning itself. Okay everyone, that's all the explanation about the topic today. It's about the nature of teaching and learning. And thank you for watching my video. By the way, if you have any opinion or maybe some corrections about this video today, you can leave your comment on my video YouTube below. Thank you everyone for watching my video, and bye, see you in the next video. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.